Hi, I'm Casey from Tyrant King's Milsim, and today we're going to be going over my loadout.
1, 2, 3, 4. Bring some hoes and post some more. Crease up, queen shot, floss and show. I don't really don't know, but I'm crazy hoe. I got bitches, I got hoes, I got blocks, I got dough. I got bitches pulling switches on the block. Didn't you know? I be staying 100.
So the main weapon that I use on Tyrant Kings is my VFC 416. It has a Polarstar fusion engine installed in it. What I like about this gun is the fact that I can use it in both CQB and outdoor environments without, compromising range or performance. And the great thing about this gun also is the fact that you can easily tune it for both indoor and outdoor just simply by changing the nozzle that you have inside of it. I've installed a few things that are both internal and external for this gun. I have a tan Magpul MOE stock that I use for it, which also houses a small LiPo battery to power my my fusion engine. It powers the electronic control unit that's inside of it. For when I use a scope, I have cantered sights that I don't use that often, but they do come in handy if I'm going to be close up when I'm using a long range scope. I also have a little bit more Magpul furniture on it. I have a MOE pistol grip, which is texturized and very comfortable too when you're using it in the field. I like it a lot. I've also installed some GMP rail covers in dark earth, as well as a angled grip and a Noveski amplifier. So another primary weapon that I use on Tyrant Kings is my...
That.
Everything's flowing! Alright.
What is going on?
God damn it, Ben! Okay. So another gun that I use on Tyrant Kings is my GMP M14 DMR. I just got this not too long ago, so I haven't really had too much field time with it. But the little amount that I've had just target shooting with it and shooting it a little bit outdoor for practice, it's definitely worth the investment. It's a very high quality gun. It has a version 7 gearbox, and GMP is known for making like great quality stuff. So it comes pretty much with no upgrades needed. Only thing that I maybe would suggest for it is a Type 4 barrel, because when you first get it, it's a little bit all over the place, but it got some range to it, so it does the job. It came with this really nice scope with different adjustments on it just to do off the fly. Has one for the windage and elevation up and down, and then it also has different things to adjust it for sharpness, and it's also illuminated, so that's pretty cool that they include that. Another great thing about this is the fact that it has a GMP M140 motor inside of it, so if you did happen to upgrade the spring, it can take an M140 spring, so you can push some like serious FPS with this, and I think depending on how you tuned it, you can get some pretty good range with it. It's a little expensive to invest in this, but I like it so far, and I think that's going to serve me well in the future if I ever decide to run like Recon or Sniper Element for any of these Stack Ops games that we go to. One thing that I was a little unhappy with was the fact that it didn't come with a flash hider nut to put on the standard flash hider that it came with. So I had to go and put a silencer on it, a mock silencer. So now it's even longer, but it looks nice, I guess, but it would have been nice if they included the barrel nut for it, so I didn't have to spend a little extra money on the flash hider. But it doesn't really affect the performance at all, so overall it's still a nice gun. So I use quite a few different sidearms on Tyrant Kings. Two of the three that I use are KWA pistols. This one is the one that I've been using more often lately. It's a KWA 1911. It's the PTP version, so it has the rail at the bottom. It's very nice. It's pretty realistic. It fits in a lot of the real steel holsters that I've used for it, including some of the ones that I've had made for me. It fits in paddle holsters, tank holsters, Serpa holsters, lots of stuff. I like it a lot. It performs very well. The great thing about KWA guns is the fact that you can use them in the cold. It uses an NS2 system, which is developed by them, which basically makes it so you can use it in any environment, anytime, and it doesn't really compromise performance too much. I've used it in about 0-degree weather, and it still shot pretty consistently without running out of gas, so it's a good plus. This I don't use too often, but this is my little mini compact commander something or other pistol. It slays bodies. I've killed a lot of people with it. Somehow. Don't ask me how. Probably from like me to you, basically. It doesn't shoot very far. But it's a fun little pistol to have. I can keep it right inside my pocket. It's easy to get to if I'm running completely out of ammo and I have nothing else left. I can still shoot you with this, and it does do the job. So I've used lots of different carriers on all the teams I've been on, but I think this one in particular is my favorite that I'm using right now. It's a Tactical Assault Gear Marine Gladiator chest rig. It's a mouthful, but it works, and it's awesome, and I like it for a lot of reasons. To start off, when you buy it, it can house a variety of mags. Right now, I'm running an M14 and my 416, and it can hold both of these magazines easily. And the great thing about it is when you put them inside, these tabs that keep it like rock solid, there's no way anything's going to fall out of this when you're on the field. I've been crawling around, I've fallen off of stuff, like you name it, like nothing's going to fall out of here. It's pretty nice. It's a great material too, it's not going to rip. It's meant for real steel stuff, so you know you're going to get decent quality. I use a variety of different pouches with this as well. I have a mil-spec Monkey, like general purpose pouch that I use to keep maps, batteries, display some patches on it, maybe have a pen on the side. Works great. I keep a notebook in there too sometimes with frequencies on it, just in case something happens where some guy in the field might need to get a hold of me and they're using a different radio than I am. Also, for Stag Ops games, I have a little pouch here that just houses a flashlight I can get to easily on the field for nighttime navigation. Next to that, I just have one of my walkie-talkies. This one I use usually for when I'm talking to the command element. It attaches to this, up to my push-to-talk, and it works pretty well. It's kind of low quality. I'll probably get something else in the future, but for right now it works just fine. Next to that, I have two pouches that hold my Enola Gay smoke grenades. Right now, Tyrant Kings are just using a variety of these, but these are great because they can hold pretty much any size that they offer. And they're decent quality too for something that's just airsoft, great quality. They have some Velcro and also a button so you can kind of latch it with bolts so it's not going to really fall out in the field. Like I mentioned before, it has a variety of options to house your magazines. It can hold 6 Stenag mags, and I believe it can hold 3 to 4 of the M14 style mags or Scar H mags. It also has pockets on the side, which you can hold anything from a water bottle to an extra radio, a map. Pretty sure I have a flask in here. Don't worry, doesn't have any alcohol in it. But yeah, you can hold a flask in there for water, anything like that. And it also has a built-in bib, so you can keep anything extra you need in there. It's easy to get to. Just another great thing about this carrier. And I also purchased a LBX general purpose pouch, which I usually use for my frequency chart. I keep it right where I can get to it. For my comm setup, I just have a kind of a basic setup right now. Like I said, it might change in the future. But I use a Code Red headset, which with a push-to-talk button that I just use to mostly talk to my squad mates. I have that run through here, usually weave it through my carrier, and it goes up into my helmet. Another great thing about this carrier is the fact that it comes with a integrated hydration carrier. Right now, since I'm running a Polarstar, you can use this with a tank or a hydration bladder. It's really useful. It can fit the largest tank that they offer for an HPA system, and also it has some Molly on the back of it. So right now I have it set up with the standard Tyrant Kings Buddy Mag system that we've been doing. I just put 2 mags in it. It can hold 4, but it's easy for anyone to get to if they're behind me and they need to grab some mags. It also has some Velcro on the top, so you can put, any patches that you wanted, like a call sign or anything cool like that. There is one drawback to this carrier that I'm not too fond of. It's the fact that it comes with a little bit of extra slack. It's good if you're a bigger guy like me. You can kind of adjust it to any size that you are, but usually there's some straps and stuff that are flapping around. So with mine, I kind of secured it with some electrical tape, duct tape, just to keep it from moving around in the field. And to move on to my helmet, I also use a Lancer Tactical helmet. I have it set up right now with a GoPro, a knockoff GoPro on it, and it has a couple of different ways to mount cameras. It has one on the side if I choose to use my Midland camera, which is a little bit lower quality, but I can use that on the side to get some different angles. And I also have a spot where I can mount it on top. Looks kind of ridiculous, but it works if this one's out of batteries. And I also have it set up right now where my goggles can just be easily flipped down over. And I also have a spot on this with some extra Velcro that I put on so I can house my V-Light for nighttime games, the show that I had that was, hit confirmation. I'm Casey from Tyrant Kings Milsim. This was my loadout. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.
So you're going to need a bunch of different crap to build this rocket launcher. 2-foot section of 2-inch PVC, 2-inch end cap.
Give you 5R.
Get this right here. You gotta just lick the tip, just...
I hate myself.
Is that good?